People don't run from love because they don't want it. They run because every time love came close before, it hurt, and the body remembers pain longer than hope. Somewhere between craving closeness and fearing loss, they learned that distance feels safer than connection. There are people who long deeply for love, yet unconsciously push it away the moment it feels real. They appear calm, independent, and emotionally controlled. But beneath that surface is a quiet war between desire and fear. Before we continue, please like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Tomorrow's story is one you don't want to miss. This research explores the psychology behind emotional detachment, the fear of intimacy, and the abandonment wounds that teach people to believe love is something to defend against rather than lean into. This is not a story about cold hearts. It is about hearts that learn too early how much love can cost. People who push love away often feel emotions more intensely than they admit. They crave connection, they imagine closeness, they romanticize being understood. But the moment love becomes tangible, when someone gets too close, too consistent, too emotionally available, something inside them tightens. This reaction is not random. It is conditioned. At some point in their life, love became associated with loss, shame, betrayal, or emotional instability. It may have been a parent who was present one moment and emotionally absent the next. It may have been affection that came with control, criticism, or unpredictable withdrawal. Or it may have been a deep romantic betrayal that fractured their sense of safety. The nervous system does not forget these experiences. It stores them. So when intimacy appears again, the body reacts before the mind can reason. Heart rate increases. Emotional walls rise. The urge to withdraw feels logical, even necessary. Love is no longer interpreted as warmth, it is interpreted as risk. This is why they often send mixed signals. They get close, then pull back. They open up, then shut down. They crave reassurance, but feel suffocated when they receive it. From the outside, it looks like inconsistency. Inside, it feels like survival. They may tell themselves they value independence, that they don't need anyone, that emotional distance is maturity. But often, independence becomes a shield, a way to avoid the vulnerability that once led to pain. Love feels dangerous not because of the present moment, but because the past still whispers warnings into the present. And so the pattern begins. Want closeness, fear closeness, destroy closeness. Not because love isn't wanted, but because love feels unsafe. At the core of emotional detachment is often a single unspoken belief. If I let you matter, you will leave. Abandonment wounds don't always come from physical absence. Sometimes they come from emotional inconsistency. Love that was conditional, unpredictable, or withdrawn without explanation. A child who learns that affection can disappear without warning grows into an adult who prepares for loss even in moments of happiness. This is why people who push love away often leave first. Leaving first gives them control. Leaving first hurts less than being left behind. They may sabotage relationships subtly, becoming distant, emotionally unavailable, overly critical, or suddenly uninterested. They may create conflict where there was none, convincing themselves the relationship was flawed anyway. This way, the ending feels justified, but underneath the behavior is fear. Fear of depending on someone who might disappear. Fear of trusting someone who could change. Fear of being emotionally naked without guarantees. They don't trust stability because stability was never consistent before. Ironically, the deeper the connection becomes, the stronger the fear grows. When someone shows patience, consistency, and genuine care, it triggers suspicion rather than comfort. The mind searches for hidden motives. The heart braces for impact. They may think, if you really knew me, you wouldn't stay. This won't last, it never does. I need to prepare myself for when this ends. So instead of enjoying love, they monitor it. They analyze it. They emotionally detach from it. Not because they are incapable of love, but because love once proved unreliable. And slowly, they begin to confuse emotional numbness with emotional strength. Over time, emotional detachment becomes a personality trait rather than a response. What once started as protection hardens into identity. They become the strong one, the one who doesn't need much, the one who handles things alone. This armor is admired by others, but it is heavy to carry. Defensive detachment allows them to function without depending on anyone. They minimize needs, suppress vulnerability, and pride themselves on self-sufficiency. But emotional suppression does not eliminate pain, it buries it. And buried pain leaks out in other ways. It shows up as emotional exhaustion, as sudden withdrawal, as irritability when someone asks for closeness, as guilt for wanting intimacy and relief when it disappears. They may struggle to express emotions even when they feel them deeply. Words fail them. Vulnerability feels unsafe, silence feels easier. Yet in quiet moments, loneliness creeps in. They scroll through memories. They imagine alternate versions of relationships that could have worked. They wonder why connection always feels just out of reach. The tragedy is not that they don't love, it's that they don't feel safe being loved. So they choose distance over disappointment, control over closeness, detachment over devastation. But emotional armor doesn't just block pain, it blocks intimacy. And eventually, the walls built to protect the heart become the very thing that keeps it isolated. Healing does not begin with finding the right person. It begins with questioning the beliefs that govern emotional reactions. For people who push love away, healing starts with recognizing that their fear is learned, not factual. The nervous system is reacting to old wounds, not current reality. This process is slow and uncomfortable. It requires sitting with vulnerability instead of escaping it, allowing closeness without immediately searching for exit routes, learning that discomfort does not equal danger. Healing means understanding that not everyone will abandon you, even if some once did. That consistency can exist without hidden costs. That love does not have to be earned through emotional restraint. It also means grieving what was lost, the love that was inconsistent, the safety that was missing, the version of self that learned to survive instead of connect. Only when the pain is acknowledged can the armor begin to soften. Trust is rebuilt not through promises, but through repeated safe experiences, moments where vulnerability is met with care rather than punishment. And slowly, the body learns a new language. Closeness no longer triggers panic. Affection no longer feels suspicious. Love begins to feel like warmth again, not threat. The goal is not to become fearless. It is to become present. To stop living relationships as if they are about to end. To stop pushing away what the heart has always wanted. Because love was never the enemy. The belief that love leads to loss was. And unlearning that belief is how the heart finally comes home.